with a small amount of the water of life, then she drops that liquid on Paul's lips to make him wake up. Everyone bows because they consider this a miracle, but Chani slaps Paul and then leaves in a huff. Afterward in private, Paul explains to Jessica he can see all the futures and understand the past. He's also seen his entire bloodline and learned that Jessica is Vladimir's daughter. Jessica claims she didn't know either until she drank the water. Paul announces that if they're Harkonnens then they shall fight as them, marking the beginning of Paul's descent from savior to tyrant. Paul then makes his way to the war council, where all the freemen are praying. Chani tries to tell them they're being manipulated by the prophecy and that this will end up badly, but nobody believes her. As Paul walks to the middle of the room, the locals discuss if Stilgar should die so Paul can take his place as a leader, but Paul yells at them for wanting to get rid of a fantastic warrior. Then he offers a grand speech, talking about himself as a prophet and surprising everyone by mentioning things from a random person's past he only knows thanks to the water. Everyone is impressed and falls to their knees again, accepting Paul as their leader for good. Then Paul puts on his father's ring again, calls himself the Duke of Arrakis, and promises to bring green paradise for the freemen. Everyone except for Chani chants his name, ready to fight for him. Moments later, the Emperor receives a message from Paul challenging him for the throne. In private, Helen tells Irulan that her father will lose the throne no matter who prevails, but her family can remain in power if Irulan marries the victor. Sometime later, the Emperor's army arrives at Arrakis. Paul makes a plan with the freemen and reminds them to capture the Emperor alive. Vladimir sees the arrival too and tells Fade to warn all the great houses. Soon the Emperor meets with Vladimir and his nephews to demand information, but since Vladimir knows nothing about what's happening in the south, the Emperor makes a guard punish him. At that moment the freemen open fire, destroying the enemy's shields thanks to the atomic warheads and causing sand to blow everywhere, providing cover. They also set up a bunch of thumpers to summon an army of worms, which they ride right into battle to kill hundreds of soldiers at the same time. Many freemen come out of the sand as well, attacking from behind structure so the enemy is surrounded on all sides. The soldiers try to fight back but they aren't used to the desert and their loss is